What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, we have a new dev stream coming out tomorrow, and we know a couple things we'll be talking about, but we're going to do our traditional bingo card and predictions, kind of get you ready for what might be talked about on the dev stream tomorrow. Also, I just wanted to let you guys know I will be live streaming the new DE dev stream tomorrow while it's going, so come stop by the live stream channel, and you can, just headphone warning, I get a little bit crazy sometimes on stream, so yeah, we'll see. Alright, so let's go over what they'll be talking about. We're going to get some gameplay on the screen as well for their September dev stream. It's like the last day of September, technically. So, alright, so what we already know is that first off, okay, spoiler, like, if you don't want spoilers, then just leave right now. We already know Revenant Prime's coming out tomorrow, and DE actually spoiled it themselves with their own promo image. Now, they released this image, and it was really dark, so I brightened it up a little bit. That's what Revenant Prime's going to look like. So, he looks really good, actually, so I'm happy about that. Of course, there are some good Revenant TennoGen skins, like the new Infested Volbjorn one. Not sure what that one's called, but that one's pretty cool, so pretty decent base look. So, when we go over our bingo card, we will not be having really Revenant Prime on there, because DE already spoiled us on that one. But I already had put one down, so we're going to have Phantasma Prime in that slot as well. Alright, so we're going to go over all this stuff, and we're just going to, just get a little bit of fun, alright? So, alright, starting off with the first square, we have Member Gardening. Well, if you have played the Zeraman update, and you've gotten the Dormozone little Tenno apartment, I guess I'd call it, at the end, you might notice there's some open spots that look like there could be something like gardening or something. And even Pablo said in an interview that they were going to be adding more stuff to the Dormozone. It's heavily speculated it will be gardening. There's even a Sentinel skin from Zeraman that says something about like maintaining plants or something. So they didn't have it in the Veilbreaker update, so they might be talking about it on DevStream because, yeah, they've talked about it in the past, and it's like, where did it go? Not like I'm really excited for gardening, but, remember gardening? All right, next square, we got the Werewolf Frame. A highly anticipated frame by not only me, but, like, a lot of people. I have a feeling a werewolf frame. People have been asking for a werewolf frame in this game for a long time. So, yeah, the people have been asking for a Spartan frame for a long time, too. We finally got that. So, werewolf frame, I'm expecting it to be the next one. Because, we got Styanax, which is the 50th, and I'm guessing Werewolf Frame will be with, like, Deviri or something, which is still supposed to be this year, by the way. So, yeah, maybe we'll get some information on that. Maybe we'll see the Werewolf Frame in games. We've only really seen concept art, and I have a feeling the Werewolf Frame, this is my personal prediction. I think the Werewolf Frame is about to be Wisp 2.0, guys, seriously. I think Werewolf Frame might be one of the strongest frames they've ever released. And it's just, like, super good. Everyone wants to play. Like, it's like every squad wants Werewolf Frame. I have a feeling they're going to make this frame, like, must-have material. So, if we get more information, that would be cool. Moving on to the next square, we got Deviri information. This one's actually pretty broad. So, I'd say any kind of Deviri information you can fill this square in, where it's like, okay, we are still planning on releasing Deviri in 2022. That would be Deviri information to me. So, pretty easy one to fill in there. Moving on, we got new Void Shell skin. So, Styanax actually came out with a Void Shell skin on his release, and I think we got, like, was it like Nova and then I think Wukong as the other Void Shell skins with Veilbreaker. And, Void Shell skins do pretty well, so I'd say maybe we can get like a Revenant Void Shell skin or some other frame, because, like, we're getting Revenant Prime, right? Like, there's no question that picture is Revenant Prime. It's definitely not Baruch or like Hildren or something. So, maybe we'll get another Void Shell skin. It's not exactly exciting, but, we're trying to actually get bingo here, so we need somewhat realistic expectations. Moving on, we got next round of TennoGen. You know that they like to put those skins out so people will buy them. I think that we need a new Necros skin. Personally, I think we need a new Necros skin. If you look at how many skins Necros has, Necros only has one TennoGen skin. He has a couple helmets, and that one TennoGen skin for Necros was made like years and years ago. So if you are a TennoGen artist watching this video right now, it's free real estate, dude. Go make a Necro skin. I'll buy it. I'll rep it on stream. I'll rep it in videos. As long as it looks cool. I've actually already tried to contact one of the TennoGen artists to see if they can make a skin. Maybe like I can kind of like sweeten the deal a little bit so they make it really spiky, because I want a spiky Necro skin. But yeah, expect maybe some more in the future. I don't know if that sounds like more of like a primetime thing, but hey, maybe they will show it. It's in the corner too, so it's not too important of a square. All right, moving on to the next. We got the second row here. We got more ammo changes. Now, if you watch my video on Rifle Scavenger stacking, you can see like you can spam AoE, but you definitely need to change some things. I think a lot of people that are mad about the ammo changes don't want to like change anything with their build at all. So maybe DE will like, cave in for some of those complainers or people that are like, stubborn. But either way, like it's not as big of a deal as a lot of people think, in my opinion. So maybe they will change some stuff, maybe they won't. I think this would be the place they would talk about it. I'm definitely expecting Pablo on that stream talking about like balance changes and all that. So more ammo changes could be a pretty easy one to fill in. This next one is pretty much impossible, but let's see. Raid information, super copium, but they did briefly mention on the last dev stream, they're looking into raids in 2023 to see what they can do. So if we got more information on that, that would be awesome, but it might be a little bit too early to start dropping information as far as DE is concerned on that. The next one's got really small text, but that's because I had to like edit it. It's Revenant / Phantasma Prime. So Revenant Prime's confirmed from that picture, but we have no idea about Phantasma Prime. And people are going crazy buying Phantasma and Tatsu ribbons right now. So I actually think that if they make the Phantasma Prime, it will be nasty, because that thing has no crit chance like at all and still melts like every enemy you shoot at it besides like acolytes. So if they jam a couple extra percent of crit chance on that Phantasma, it's going to be really, really crazy. But do keep in mind, if the Phantasma Prime does come out and they show it on the dev stream tomorrow, your Riven mods for the normal Phantasma will be about half the stats on the Phantasma Prime. So, for example, my Phantasma Riven has like 120-something% multi-shot. That'll become like 60% multi-shot on the Phantasma Prime, because it's got lower Riven stats on the Prime version. So, either way, it's going to be a nasty weapon. Like, seriously. Like, I have a high suspicion it will be one of the new best weapons in the game. So, maybe they can change the ult fire to be more exciting, too. Alright, next one we got Archon mod buffs. This is one that I personally think should happen because those Archon mods are way too niche for what they actually are, how annoying they are to get, and, like, how much mod drain they have. You watch my Archon mod are disappointing video if you want more information on my viewpoint on that one, but basically I think they should change at least, like, the continuity one. The continuity one's pretty bad. So, yeah, that would be great. I actually do think we'll be getting lots of balance, like, information and, like, gameplay design choices information on this dev stream, so that's one that could definitely be on there. Next one, a little bit more lighthearted, Cyberpunk anime joke. Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Dude, I seriously get asked on stream like at least 3 times a day, hey, have you watched Edgerunners? Yeah, I did watch it. I watched it all in like an 8-hour period. I binged that show, and it was really good, and I highly recommend you check it out too. But yeah, they might make a joke about like Rebecca or something, because there's a character in the show named Rebecca, and it's like everyone's favorite character, so that would be cool. Either way, like, you should go watch it, and it actually made me interested to try the Cyberpunk game in the first place. So, cool stuff there. Moving on, Caliban / Gyre are the least favorite children. Caliban and Gyre are the last two most recent frames besides Styanax. Gyre came out with Angels of Zeramon, and Caliban came out with The New War. And those frames did not really get changed very much after launch. If anything, like, Gyre got worse because she had a bug where she was doing a bunch of damage with her 4 at release, and now it's just like underwhelming damage. And Caliban has like the actual worst ability in the entire game, which is his first ability, the spinning around attack. So yeah, they could definitely still use some changes. Styanax did get his bug fix according to them, and he's not like, it's not like Styanax is a bad frame at all. Styanax is still like a really good frame, and I will be making a new Styanax build video soon. But yeah, they haven't forgotten about Styanax, but they haven't really brought up Caliban or Gyre like in a long time. So I think that they should definitely look into those guys. Next one, we got Dormozone. Just Dormozones in general. Like, seriously, why did you even add Dormozones, DE? Like, what's the purpose? It's just going to be a door to Deviri, I guess? Like, they are so underwhelming. You can't even trade in them. It's just bad. You can't even, like, load into them. Like, you can't, like, have your game automatically load you into the Dormozone. It's not really player housing to me. It does, like, it's just a spot. It's just a spot where you can take the decorations out of there and put it in your ship. It's just like a free decoration dump, I guess. So it's really, really bad. Dormozones are completely wasted potential, and I don't even know why they exist in the first place, so maybe they'll mention them. I guess that would kind of go along with the member gardening one. The free square is like one of the only things you can really depend on as a Warframe YouTuber, so I'm very comfortable with putting that one in the free space. Two-handed Nakana new stance. Now, as far as the Tatsu Prime will probably look really cool, but unless we get a new two-handed Nakana stance, I'm not going to be really using it that much. the two-handed Nakana stance Wise Razor is really bad. It used to be good at launch, but it got nerfed with Melee 2.3 or whatever the heck we're on right now. And you basically I feel stun locked by myself when I used Wise Razor on the Tatsu. Even with a bunch of attack speed, you got like unnecessary like spins and stuff, and then like you slam into the ground, wait there for a second, just looking how cool you are, then pull the sword out. Like, it's a blue stance, dude. We need a gold two-handed Nakana stance, and I think a great time to add that would be with Revenant Prime, but they probably won't do it anyway, so whatever. Maybe. Hopium for sure. Nabarus Knight's information is the next square. Now, we do know that Plaguestar is not coming back until next year, guys, at the very soonest. And the way you're going to get your Plague Crit Path and your Exodia Contagion and all that stuff is going to be Nabarus Knights. It's the event they use in October now, where it's like basically just do mother bounties and turn in mother tokens to the character on Deimos to get stuff. Like, it's basically taking all the rewards from Plaguestar but putting it in an easier to access place. It doesn't have them giving us free form every 12 minutes. So I'm expecting like 1 or 2 new glyphs this year in the Nabarus Knights. That's also where you get like the Demon Wings Ephemer, I think it is. So, you know, it's not exactly like a terrible event, but it's also like doesn't really feel like Halloween to me, so whatever. Next one, we got Grendel rework. Now, I actually think I got debated by Pablo on this one, because Pablo was tweeting out that he was like looking into Grendel or something on Twitter, and then he's like, oh, I was just you know, joking or something like that. Like, I'm not going to rework Grendel. But at the same time, he did say at TennoCon he might look into reworking Grendel, and, you know, Grendel is a relatively, you know, he's going to be getting a Prime, I think, is it next year or the year after that? I think it's like the next 2 years we'll be getting Grendel Prime, and that would not be a very highly selling Prime access, I'd say. Not only is Grendel's signature weapon, the Masseter, like really like forgettable and meh, but Grendel himself, like he has his first ability, eating attack, or whatever it's called, Feast, is good, but his other abilities are like terrible quality of life. And his Meatball fourth ability, I subsume it off basically all the time. So yeah, I think that Grendel could use a little bit of work. I think Pablo's the guy to do it for sure. But if they don't rework Grendel, we got Anaros, we got Valkyr, we got like Frost, we got all these different frames that you could work on instead. Pablo, whatever one makes you guys the most money. But yeah, Grendel could be cool. And yeah, moving on. Crossplay server test day. Now this one I actually think that has a lot of weight to it, because there's actually a bug right now on PC where if you try to invite someone to your dojo for like trading or whatever, it says crossplay settings not set up properly. So, and there was a hotfix yesterday. So that means they put some crossplay thing in the game code yesterday that's actually bugging out trading right now. So highly, highly likely we'll get some information about the crossplay server stress test that we know is supposed to be coming out tomorrow. So we might hear about that, I'm guessing like the next couple of weeks, next month or whatever. And then that means the crossplay will probably still come out this year if they're already getting ready to drop it. So we'll see how buggy that is, see how laggy that is. Either way, it's going to be good for the community to have more players online and, you know, get squads going easier. Next one is a new Wisp skin. That could have honestly been in the free square because we get so many Wisp skins in this game. In fact, did you guys know in February of this year there were 4 new Wisp skins? Yeah, 4. 4 new. I think 3 of them are TennoGen, 1 of them was the Dax skin. So it's likely we get another Wisp skin information sometime in the future, or definitely on the next TennoGen, because that makes those artists a lot of money. Moving on, we got Zaku Deluxe Bundle. I believe this one's supposed to come out with Deviri at some point. It's going to be like a Zaku like Void Demon skin. It looks really cool. It's going to come with an alternate look for the Lotus as well as it's in the bundle. So looking forward to that one a ton. Probably we'll hear information about it or maybe see it in game or something in the near future. So pretty cool stuff there. Hopefully we get that. Prime Resurgence rotation information. If you guys didn't realize, Prime Resurgence is back for good. Like, Prime Resurgence and Aya is a permanent addition to the game now, and it's supposed to rotate monthly. We don't know exactly like what they mean by monthly, so I'm expecting maybe some more information, but that might just be like a forum post kind of thing on their part, where it's like, okay, the 2 days before it rotates, here's the forum post. Ash Prime and Serum Prime are coming out in 2 days for Resurgence, like that kind of stuff. So, you know, maybe they'll talk about it on stream, maybe they won't. I think this might be a more important things kind of stream than like just Prime Resurgence rotation information, but we'll see. As far as important things on the dev stream, damage attunation. I like to say attunation. Damage attunation changes. Everyone's complaining about damage attunation besides people using Revenant with the who the heck one-shotting the Archon. So they already said they're going to be changing some stuff as far as the Archon like damage stuff is concerned. So if I'm actually willing to bet this is going to be discussed almost, if not immediately. Like, one of the first things that Pablo says, I'm guessing, is going to be him talking about damage attenuation on Archons and what they're potentially changing. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one. I don't think they're going to nerf the Kuva Heck, but they might make it where, like, the Kuva Heck is not always one-shotted. We'll see. I actually have no idea, guys, so keep an eye out on the live stream tomorrow for that one. Archon Shard changes, fusing. Archon Shards are very bottlenecked from the Veilbreaker update, so I personally feel like they need to do something about that whole loot system. They're not going to be tradable. Like, at least let me work towards Tau Shards somehow. I've gone 4 weeks. I've gone 4 weeks, DE, of jumping through every hoop you tell me to jump through, and I still don't have a single Tau Shard, you know? So that's a pretty feels bad as a dedicated player to your game. So maybe do something about that. And I'm not alone in that sentiment as well. Like, a lot of other content creators feel that way. And I feel like even people that did get Tau Shards, I don't feel like the system is very well put together at all. It's just like a 1 in 5 chance that you get lucky. And there was no skill expression there at all. Moving on, we got technical difficulties. They usually have these where it's like the whole high tenno meme from like that one dev stream. That came from a technical difficulty, so we'll see. And then, oh, by the way, again, for Archon Shard changes, fusing, my idea is like take 3 normal Archon Shards and fuse it into a Tau Shard or something. Another AoE nerf is the second to last one. It's likely at this point, guys. I mean, if you watch my Rifle Scavenger video, you can literally just spam it like before. And the biggest thing that changes with AoE, if you have infinite ammo like before, is that it's just a smaller radius on Prime Firestorm. So not really a huge change if you look at it like that. But it is technically still a nerf because you're killing less enemies per shot if they're more spread out. The last one here is more Styanax changes. I didn't want to put this one on here, but some people in chat were suggesting it. I think it might happen. A lot of people like kind of got annoyed when they bug fixed. I don't even view it as a bug fix. When they changed Styanax's 4 to not be able to cast abilities in his 4. So I'm honestly expecting like some kind of like augment or something for Styanax in the future, where it's like you can cast abilities in his 4, but it's increased energy cost by 20%, like that kind of stuff. So if they bring up more Styanax changes, cool. If they don't, he's still really good. So either way, like it's not like he's a bad frame. So. All right, guys, that's it for the bingo card. As far as, like, easy ones to fill in, I definitely think that the raid information will be really hard to fill in. And then the nice thing about the Caliban Gyre are least favorite kids. As long as they don't talk about Caliban or Gyre, you can fill that one easily. So, yeah, I hope you guys found the video fun and helpful. I'll see you guys tomorrow on stream. Definitely stop by. And, yeah, we'll be doing lots of videos going forward. I'm still doing the daily videos, guys. Unfortunately, like that last call mission was a real like slap in the face to me. So I don't think I'll be doing any more. Well, here's the funny thing though, is the call missions they're already all out. So there's no real reason to like be making guides on call missions or anything like that. Especially with the collectibles being random spawns where they are. Like, I really find that annoying. So, all right, guys, I'll see you next time. Appreciate all the support and take it easy. Peace.